Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Rising. Now all of my readings have a past and a present. So if the past and the present don't fit, this reading's probably not for you. If you are watching your sun sign, for example, then go and check your moon and ascendant and Venus signs, north node. There's a link in the description below for you to figure them out if you don't know them. On that note, I will follow up periodically with sun signs combined with a moon or rising, such as Aries sun with Pisces moon or rising. So stay subscribed to the channel and click the notifications bell somewhere down here to keep your eyes open for them. Alternatively, there are some other great readers on YouTube. Find the ones that resonate for you and just come back here next month. Bear in mind that in a general reading, roles can be reversed, timing's hardly absolute, soon can be quite a relative term, so do not make decisions on the basis of what I or any other reader says. Use our words to consider your options, but make up your own mind. This is a tool for reflection and analysis and does not supersede your own intuition or your own heart. Now, when I perform a reading for my clients, I ask them to hold a question in their mind. I don't want to know it, but the question should be there. So pause the video if you have to. Identify the questions, focus on one of them, but be aware of all the other ones that are floating around, because the cards will answer the question that they feel is the most important, not what you or I will think. So let me just bring the cards up. I've already shuffled and laid out, and in a moment you should see my shuffle video appear here, but let me bring the other cards up first. Yay, here we go. Right, so then Capricorn, let's have a look. I actually get the impression that things have been pretty good for you leading up to the current situation, which surprisingly you're leaving. So I've laid a spread out, there's clarification cards underneath the main cards. I don't know why you're leaving, but none of this particularly feels bad. We started in the distant past. So this is the relevant past. Whether it's distant or whether it's recent, it's the relevant past. We have 10 of Pentacles, a firm foundation, Queen of Chalices for a good dream, or a water sign partner, and Knight of Swords, a lot of action, a lot of heading forward. You had Knight of Swords on the bottom of one of the clarification decks as well. On the bottom of your main deck, you got the World, and on the bottom of the first clarification deck, you also got 10 of Pentacles. So you're in a pretty good place at the moment. After all of your hard work, you came through to a whole new level of your life where victory was achieved. And this was after sifting through various dreams that had been presented to you, but you already had one dream that you were committed to. And I do feel like for a while it's like going, should I, shouldn't I, will I, won't I, is this a good idea? But you chose not to then. But we have the Lovers here. Is it possible that that choice has come round again? And I feel that this time you are in the process of chasing after it. And it's materially, it seems like a really, really good idea, but it does involve you walking away from a lot of stuff and a lot of dreams that you'd already held on to. I do feel that there's so much motion here. You've got a victory parade, then going off to a far off land, sometimes in sorrow that you're trying to get away from something. Here, it feels more like an adventure. I feel like I've no idea if in this card that's supposed to be Persephone journeying her annual journey to the underworld, but it feels that way, but I feel excited about it. Ace of Coins, so materially, Everything's pretty stable at the moment. It's pretty practical and pretty stable, even with the move. And let's face it, every time you've moved house or even gone on holiday, moving's not easy. But I do feel that this motion is pretty well supported at the moment, but your dreams are changing. You've already had that choice that's come back again. And I think that you've gone for it, but I don't think that's the end. I think your choice is going to change yet again. But I do want to say, I feel that right now you are heading in the right direction. You are applying the right amount of energy to where you're going, which is quite a lot. We've got all this Knight of Swords that's around. We've got the King of Wands, which is the period of time that you're moving into. These four at the bottom are like, if I knew more about astrology, I'd put it to the motion of the planets, or energetic trends that you're going through. But you've got a lot of action. You have started motion. Your destination is going to change. For the moment, you have to wait. Oh yeah, look, another Knight of Swords. I knew there was a third one somewhere. You really do like keeping in motion. So you're wondering at the moment, are you being self-indulgent? But you're not. You've had, well, you might be, but I don't see anything wrong in that. There's a lot of luck coming your way at the moment, and although you're worried that it's going to be too much of a heavy burden, no, there's a lot of options coming up for you, which you can't yet see, but you're going in the right direction to go and see them. So let's pull some of these, put one down, pull some of the clarification cards. So this, in the distant past, you were committed. You made a commitment to the work that you was doing. There's definitely a relationship vibe there with Queen of Cups and Four of Wands. Four of Wands clarified by the King of Cups and Judgment. So what I do feel is that you were right to do what you've done in the past. You were on the right path when you came through to this new Knight of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Yes, when you came through to this new phase in your life after that commitment. So your victory parade, Three of Wands. Yeah, you did not stop moving. The minute that you got a victory, you were laying plans for the next step. You were already abandoning Five of Cups. You were already abandoning certain aspects of what you'd done already, not because, oh my God, that hurt. Oh my God, what sorrow. It was, yeah, that's done. Simple as that. It's done. Had enough. Don't need to do that again. Done it now. And now that I've done that, I can do this. Because Queen of Wands and Justice. Yeah. You're not short on your decision-making power, are you? So the choice that you've been recently given, the World, Eight of Cups. So again, there's that motion of the dream is constantly changing. I feel like each of these dreams, your end goal, you might not even know what your end goal is. There seems to be, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do that, and then the next step is this, and then the next step is this, and then I've no idea what lays beyond that. But by the time I get there, I'll have a clear view of the next few steps. You are walking away from past things again, yes. Ace of Wands and Death, which I say nice and ominously, but change seems to have been a constant for you, but at the moment change is for the better. Again, Justice. Is there, that's two Justice cards. I'm beginning to wonder, is there a little bit of legal aspect to all this? It feels very businessy, because I'm certainly, even though there may have been a romantic influence at the start, I'm not seeing the presence of a partner here. And if there is a partner, they are supporting you in this, then you are a team. New dreams being come to you, and you are steadfastly sticking with your eyes to the goal, which may well take some time to come around. Yeah, still going on with your planning and sticking to the rules, which I do get. There's an impression that if you step out of your comfort zone a little bit and not so stuck quite to the rules, you may accomplish what you're after quicker. Now, I'm not saying break laws. I'm not saying take shortcuts. I'm saying look at the way that you do things. And if your end goal keeps changing, which it is, because I don't want to say baby steps, because that diminishes it. It's not baby steps. But if your end goal keeps changing, the way you perform the journey to the next goal should keep changing as well, in accordance to the goal that you are aiming for. You're not being self-indulgent. Although I do feel that you're worried that... Where's the hurt here? I think that Four of Pentacles, Three of Swords, clarifying the devil. So there's a pain here. There's an impetus to probably why you've moved on recently. But I want to say that I don't feel anything bad about your moving on. You had your victory and you've moved on again. This motion has already started. Maybe there was a bit of pain there, because, like I say, that Five of Cups can often indicate sorrow, but so I've clarified. Oh, I didn't even see that. This is a Goetic tarot deck that I forget the name of. I should be shocked for that. But Knight of Swords. In this, it is one of the Goetic spirits, Horus, destroys and burns all enemies when requested, speaks of the creation of the world and tells of past and future. No, you're not being self-indulgent. Obviously, this is so practical, this is so successful that there's no way you didn't put a few noses out of joint. But I feel that those noses that are out of joint don't matter. You're doing the right thing. And if there are obstacles in your way, you are going to trample all over them. That's not a bad thing. The world is opening up to you. You've got quite a bit of support. The Wheel of Fortune, I said the world is opening up to you. I hadn't even noticed it's the World card with Three of Pentacles. So, again, there's that legal aspect. Three of Pentacles, especially here, signatures, documents, paperwork. Be aware of your paperwork, and I think it's quite possibly get somebody else to look over your paperwork with you. You know what I was saying about shortcuts? Shortcuts, great. Mistakes, no. Right. You're worried that this will be too much of a burden for you, and that you may have to surrender it. That you may even have to surrender it for a relationship, or it may damage a relationship. Just use your intuition, because you are on the right path and more options are coming your way. Carry on with your forward momentum for the time being, because there will be quite a few options that turn up that you'll go, yeah, not sure. But Seven of Cups can often be illusionary, you know, fairy fantasies, but I don't feel that fairy fantasy, even though it has been clarified by the moon. So there is bits of deception that you need to keep aware of, but mostly it is that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that bit sus, that's good, not doing that one. So you can choose, and you can choose more than one, but you've got time to wait for that to occur. You have been right to set off on the journey that you have just started. So let's look at the oracle cards. Harvest Moon, fruition. So yes, you will reap rewards from the new path that you have set on, and old business is going to get resolved. And remember, there's that hint of legal stuff or paperwork stuff that's going on. That will sort itself out, and I feel that it will probably sort itself out relatively soon. It will free you up to move on to this new pasture, which you're going to pass straight through anyway, to go on to the next one and the next one, but it will free you up to do that. Expecting miracles and field of dreams. Be realistic about what you can achieve, but you are not overburdening yourself. Carry on with the momentum that you have. I feel that there have been people where it's been right for you to be angry, but keep moving on. All right, keep moving on, because it's actually served you, though. Two cards fell out of the Work Your Light Oracle when I was doing it. Trust the niggle. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? So yes, if there's something that's been bothering you, there's all that thing about intuition here. Look at it, because there's been a mistake, or more likely an action performed against you that you need to take care of. But you can take care of it with all this paperwork, with all this legal stuff, and it is from the past, the recent past, but it is from the past. It is from the businesses or business that you are drawing to a close, the matters that you are resolving, rather than what you're heading into, because we end with the ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. So maybe there is like them upstairs going this way, like a cat batting a little mouse around, but maybe not as violent as that. Although you may have a right to be angry for what others have done around you, it's irrelevant. They've actually done you a favour. They may have done it out of malice, but they've actually done you a favour. And they are not important. It is not worth spending your anger on them, because you can get rid of them like that if you care to do so. But I think to a great extent, it's only if they stand in your way from here on in you should do that. Otherwise, walk away, ignore them. It doesn't matter. So I hope this makes sense for you. Do comment below if it does. Obviously, hey, I'm new. I'll say the whole YouTube spiel of like, share, subscribe, and yeah, I'm new, promote me. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoy the reading. Do have a look at the other readings for whichever one you read today, or the other ones, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, blah, blah, blah. And in the meantime, cheers.